So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
And sports entertainment, it's the real to you, damn it, you support us your favorite. Talking AJ Styles, Chris Jericho, and all the greatest. Your top 5 dead or alive, the broadest stages, like WrestleMania, all in and all out. NXT takeover, what the business about. Putting fans in the stands and the millions at home, like The Rock versus Stone Cold, we're stealing the show. Wrestle Fandom Radio and Disruption Network with dipping donuts. ICW, we make fanatics flipping go nuts. Every time we're live at local shows and it's a bonus. We're family friendly, all the growing ups and kids condone us. We're dedicated to bringing you all the top news. Ain't no dirt sheet, this ain't rhetoric, we do not snooze. No speculation, we're just bringing them facts. Ain't no storyline of fiction when I spit on these tracks. It's Wrestle Fandom Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping with your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping with your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping with your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page.
What is up, Stuart?
I just smashed my knee.
Yeah, I know. I kind of heard it from over here. You all right?
Man, I'm good.
All right.
You heard my very sympathetic ow.
I did.
Ah.
What is up? You are watching Disruption Network, and this is Wrestle Fandom Radio, the greatest podcast you have never heard.
Unless you've
Welcome to the show.
watched it more than once.
Unless you watch it more than once, and then that tagline means absolutely nothing. How is everyone? Chime in. We'd love to hear from you.
They're all great.
Yeah. So we are exactly 1 week out, Stu,
Are we?
from launching the Wrestle Fandom Fantasy League.
We are.
So
Our dumpster fire
Yeah.
with training wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Dumpster fire with training wheels.
It'll be great.
I like it. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, I got a scorecard here and everything.
This man is so into getting this thing going that
I've
he
been
forgot
thinking about
to do
it for like over a year.
He forgot to do like our top 5. Well,
I did.
Our make a chamber.
Yeah, luckily you said it early enough to where I took the 3 minutes to really think about it and do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I needed was the 3 minutes to think about it. But
Yeah, I had an epiphany today, dude. Like, I was trying to figure one out. I was trying, and then I was just sitting there, and poof, just out of fantasy booking magic,
oh yeah,
it just popped in my head. I'm like, meh.
Fantasy booking is fun.
I know.
And I'm glad we get to do it within like the top 5, like space. You know.
Yeah, call me a mark all you want. This whole show is a mark.
It really is.
It is. I think the original idea was just for us to get together and talk about wrestling, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you mean as the show in general?
Yeah.
The idea was to go on Z's show.
Yeah.
And then he made us. And then he made us start our own show.
Yeah, actually found out Z was a wrestling mark. It's awesome. We love Z.
So yeah, Wrestle Fandom Fantasy League starts next week. We are going to be doing the draft for the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
It is our show next week. We'll probably just still start at 6. If it goes a little later, it goes a little later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out who to put next to us.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be out. Tommy Mayhem's probably gonna be in on either on the phone or on Skype. Okay. So, but yeah, that'll be. I don't know. It should be cool. We should have. I think there's 8 or 9 of us, which is good, because I didn't want any more than 12 in the first place. So, yes, and this is what your card will look like. I don't know how well it will end up looking through here.
Great graph design.
Yes, thank you very much.
Excellently done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I used Word.
That's some sophistication. Better than what I would do. I'd like scribble it down on like chalkboard.
Copy it.
Yeah. Take a picture of it with an old disposable camera.
I like your style.
Yeah, get developed in a dark room that has like cracks, like just little slight ones, so nothing ever comes out. Perfect. Anyways.
So you think we should go over the rules? So anyone that happens to check it out and maybe decide last minute, or anyone that's already going to be coming next week?
Yeah, remind me.
All right. So let's start.
Never hurts to hear things more than once.
Hold on one second. Okay. 2 miscellaneous things that we'll start with is that the WWE 24/7 Championship is not in play.
Yep.
I think, have they been passing it around less?
Yeah, Riddick
lately?
Moss. I think their thing is Riddick Moss has it now, and that's just where that's where Vince sends wrestlers that Paul Heyman likes to die. Because he squashed Ricochet.
Right.
Effing Ricochet.
I know.
And then this week he squashed, which this has been going on for a while, but he squashed Cedric Alexander.
Come on.
Yeah, who was another Paul Heyman guy, you know?
Cedric Alexander is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, but
yeah.
So due to the fact that
no 24/7,
it's normally not even defended in matches. In matches is how we're going to be scoring points.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the other thing is, if you win the title at the end of the season, the belt becomes your responsibility. So if it's damaged or you lose it, you are required to replace it in some form or fashion.
Wrap it up.
You are not required to participate in the next season, and you can still be the champ. But when that season ends, you have to give it to the next winner.
Yeah, wrap it up like it's the coronavirus. I didn't want to, but everyone else is. So.
Why not?
Why not? Anyways.
Trades. Trades can be made at any time, but they're not in effect until the next week.
Which starts on a...
So this season will start the Monday after WrestleMania.
Okay.
And will end at SummerSlam.
Okay.
So then the next... the Monday will start the new season.
Gotcha.
So 2 weeks prior to SummerSlam, we'll do another draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll play out the last of your card, and then you start your new card.
Okay.
So that'll be, because I don't ever want to do it like the week before, just in case like there's ever something. 2 week buffer seems nice.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania to SummerSlam is the longest season at 20 weeks, at least this year. And I think depending on what day it actually is, I think it's anywhere from 10 to 13 weeks. The second season will be to Survivor Series. I don't know when the date is. I looked it up. They didn't have the date for it. It just said November. So, so yes, trades can be made at any time. Please don't kill me with trades. I put no rule on it for this season so far. But like,
be kind.
Please be kind to me, because I have to do all of this, or we both do. Everyone gets a copy. I'm getting a copy of everyone's. I'm making everyone do too. So
yeah, this isn't DraftKings or FanDuel or whatever place you play fantasy sports.
Exactly.
It's Garrett Ryan.
Yeah, this is by hand. This is gonna suck, but it's something I wanted to do. So.
It's Le Capitan.
Free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so free agents include all wrestlers not chosen during the draft. Free agents also include wrestlers that players have removed from their roster during a trade. If an injured wrestler returns and the original owner has first dibs to then replace. or they also have first dibs within that season. If they come back in a different season, they don't. It's all dibs are up. If they pass, the wrestlers then free for all, and if an active roster member is injured, then you obviously just pick from the pool of the free agents.
And so people are just going to text message you when they want to do these things?
Yeah, they can just hit me up.
Okay.
If something something happens that I don't happen to notice, to be like, hey, this person just got injured, they're out. What are you doing? Or if their contract happens to end and you weren't up on that, obviously they're gone for any reason, you then get to pick another person. If multiple players want the same free agent, the player with the lowest overall score has the first dibs, and free agents added to the roster begin with a score of 0. So you can't go back to the start of the season and accumulate everything that they did and then add that to your score. That's not how it's going to work. The draft itself next week, which is going to be fun. Everyone's card is set up the same way, and the light writing for each spot. It'll just be easier for me to do, again, doing it all by hand.
So for the draft order, are you about to get to that?
Well, yes, the draft order is just going to be picked from random.
Okay, yep.
I'm hoping my buddy Mike, who was helping me with a lot of this, hoping he can come.
Mm-hmm.
And he just because he kind of wants to be in on it, but he doesn't have time to actually do the league.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to kind of come, just be, pick everything, call, and make sure, everything's done and orderly. We'll pick all the names, and then we'll go in that order, and then round 2, the order is then reversed, and then, boom, 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 and until we're done.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be 6 rounds.
Cool.
There's 6 rounds. You can pick from any show at any point. You don't, round 1 doesn't have to be Raw and then spend it, and all that stuff. So you can pick from any show at any time, but you only get 1 pick per show of the 5 shows that, or technically 6, or hold on. Okay. So you're going to get a pick from Raw.
Yep.
A pick from AEW.
Yep.
Pick from NXT.
Yep.
Pick from SmackDown.
Yep.
And then because NXT UK and NWA are hour-long shows, which means that their rosters are smaller.
Yep.
You can pick from either one of those in your 5th slot technically. So you only get a pick from either NXT UK or NWA, and then the 6th pick is a tag team. Again, you can pick them if you want to pick them first. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But you get 1 tag team, and then that picks from all the other shows.
To put it into perspective, if anyone's watching, listening, fantasy football, think of your flex position. That's your NWA and NXT UK.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
then tag teams your defense.
Yeah.
Because it does actually matter in fantasy football. Fight me about it. Anyways.
What was I gonna say? Oh, no, I can't remember. Yeah. So that's that.
Okay.
As far as NXT or what you call it, that goes, I totally lost my place.
It's all right. Well, I just have a question about my Raw selection. If you remember last week, I asked if I could just skip ahead, as I am here every week, just pick my Raw draft pick now and have it be the Spider, Eric Rowan Spider.
Fine.
Okay, so if you watched Raw, I can't draft him anymore because Drew McIntyre squished him.
Oh.
So by proxy, can I get Drew McIntyre automatically? He's not going to do anything important this season, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
He might win the 24/7 title.
Oh, that would just be such a slap.
Yeah.
I know what I was going to say. If it goes well, if next season is bigger and it's easier to, I don't know.
Then Mike's going to want to play?
Maybe. I don't know. You never know.
When it's cool.
But we can expand it to Ring of Honor. And,
we left out ROH, and Impact.
I did ROH. So if people are can we get another? I would do it the same way for next season. And it's okay, you can have 8 picks. You know, we'll do 8 rounds, and then you have an ROH and an Impact pick. But just for right now, as I'm running this by hand, this is just how we're gonna go. Just like one pick from each. There's no requirement to pick like a female either. Your entire card could be females if you wanted, or it could be all males. Maybe you can mix it up. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not going to make it a require. You don't have to pick a woman. So, or you can pick all of them. It doesn't matter. So yeah.
Maybe I'll.
A women's tag might be good because they seem to be holding on to them and winning. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Maybe at the end of the show next week, I'll unveil like my perfect draft.
Your perfect draft.
My perfect draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it won't count, obviously, but
so-
that would have been my ideal draft.
So let's get the scoring. All
Okay.
right. Excuse me. Sorry. Taco Bell.
Oh, me too today.
Singles matches. If you win by victory by pinfall, submission, or knockout, is +3. Victory by disqualification, countout, or forfeit, which that doesn't always happen, is +2. And if you're defeated in a match, I was thinking about either 0 or -1, but I right now don't want to get into really
Negatives.
negatives.
Yeah. Don't be a
So
Negatron.
if you're defeated in a match, you only get +1 because at least your character wrestled. So we'll get to
Sometimes it's hard enough getting on the card, anyways.
exactly. We'll get to things like that later in the scoring thing.
Okay.
Tag team matches: victory by pinfall, submission, or knockout is +4. Victory by disqualification, countout, forfeit is +2. Defeated in a match is still +1. Title matches: if you win a title, it is +6. If you successfully defend a title, it is +5. If you are defeated and you lose your title, 0 points are rewarded. Even if you wrestled.
Because you're a loser.
0. So if you lose about 0, that's the only time where you wrestle and you cannot score, is if you lose a title.
Okay.
So then tag matches for titles is winning the tag title is +8, successfully defending the tag title is +6, and defeated in the tag match again is 0. Special matches. Victory in a special match is +6. Tag
Like a
team-
gimmick match, like a cage match,
Yes,
ladder match.
Yeah, yes, a gimmick. Even a triple threat. You know, if it's just a random triple threat match, a fatal 4-way,
Anything beyond
battle
a
royal,
standard one-on-one.
standard. Unless I think maybe if it's just a submission match, that I might not count that because normal matches you win. So we're talking anything beyond the normal standard of that.
Okay.
No DQ, false count anywhere, stuff like that. Tag team victory in a special match is +8. Defeated in a special match is +2 because at least you wrestled it. Winning a title in a special match is +8.
Okay. Just
Winning-
like tag.
Winning a tag title, yes, but winning a tag title is +10, so it's 2 more points.
Okay.
It's 2 points higher than everything else. If a wrestler in a match, or if you're wrestling in a match, a multi wrestler match, and you don't win, but you also didn't get pinned, instead of getting the +2 for the defeated in a match, you get +3
Okay.
because you wrestled, you didn't lose. There's that. Dan joined. Why isn't Dan in on this?
I don't know.
Dan
Which
should
Dan? I know lots
definitely
of Dans.
be here.
Which Dan?
Dan, I don't want to mess up his last name.
What does it start with?
With a B.
Sound it out. I can't say it either,
No,
dude.
it's
I've known him for years.
Huh?
Dan. Dark
Yeah.
Pasture Dan.
Yeah, Dark Passenger Dan.
Dan Buttigieg.
don't.
Buttigieg.
I don't want.
Daniel
don't make it
Buttigieg.
sign off,
I'm going to call him Mayor Dan. He's Mayor
I
Dan.
just don't want to. It could just be different. I don't want to destroy his last name.
Okay.
But
What's up, Dan?
Dan, you should be in on this.
Yeah, you should be in on this. You're a Bills fan.
Yeah,
You got
and
good
you're a Bills
taste.
fan. You got good taste. You know how to make picks.
Yeah.
You should be in.
Yeah.
He says hi.
Call me.
If you're not busy next week, you should come in and do this draft and be in this league. It'd be awesome to have you here. He said close enough.
It's almost as cool as Math Club.
Where were we? Okay. Any other scoring rules? Okay. All points are doubled in a pay-per-view.
Damn.
Yes, doubled. No points are scored for a match ruled a no contest.
Okay.
If your wrestler has no match, then no points are awarded.
So if they do like they do on Raw all the time, like where two people start wrestling, like Aleister Black and Seth Rollins this Monday, and then the match just stops.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a tag match or like an 8-man tag match.
Yes.
No points for Aleister Black versus Seth Rollins.
Yes, that wouldn't, but you wouldn't get anything for that.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Seth Rollins, if you had Seth
match.
Rollins, you would get points for the 8-man tag.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get that, but you have to take into account like a lot of shows end with or if this is a main event guy, a lot of people might run in the match. They get a DQ, so they.
If this was the NWO / Attitude Era,
yeah, like it's not. It just the whole show just devolves completely at the end. You have to take that into account when doing the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So you might just want to pick somebody who you think is going to get is going to get the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we? No matches. If a wrestler has no match, no points awarded. So that's another thing. It's like somebody like Seth Rollins, who's at the top of like he has his own pack now. So he might not actually wrestle. The other people might wrestle, and you're like, oh, but Seth did this and did that. Doesn't matter. He didn't have a match. And you might like this. If one of the tag members wrestles a singles match, then the single you don't get the tag match points, you just get the single wrestling points. But if both guys wrestle on the same night, you can double score because they're both wrestling singles matches. Mm-hmm. So your tag
counts.
Your tag team could double score in one night, depending on who you pick and all that. But you only have one tag team, so got to be careful with it. And them's the rules.
All right. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, it could be fun. It could be easy. I personally, and I know I talk about them a lot, they should probably start paying me. We'll be using the Bleacher Report like crazy. Mm-hmm. They break everything down perfectly. If you miss something, you're not. I could carefully comb through it, and I'm not going to miss a point.
Bleacher's good, without doubt. Just the app hates my phone, or my phone hates the app for some reason.
The app is weird when I try to load things just in through the app, but if I hit Google for it and then it loads in, then it perfectly loads in the app. I don't understand why it does that, but maybe it's a different thing with my phone to them. I have no idea.
Maybe you've got sunshine on your shoulder, bud.
Yeah, Dan, if you're still watching, I'm going to message you after the show. See why you're not doing this fantasy.
Look what you did, Daniel.
So, how about Sami Zayn winning the Intercontinental Championship?
Yes.
Okay.
Far too long.
Far too long.
I don't even care if he did his smarmy heel. It's great.
Okay. I don't care. I hate how the new Intercontinental Championship looks.
You and everybody else
I hate
with a set of eyes, my friend.
I hate it. I feel like they tried to make it look a lot like the 24/7 Championship, and it's just.
I think they kind of went with like an NXT. I don't know.
No, it's like round.
I don't mind the
Intercontinental.
I don't mind the belt if it wasn't for the It's not the Intercontinental title.
You don't like it like that? I like the white title, man.
Yeah, they're not going to bring that back though.
The best.
It'd be great if they did, but they won't because Cody brought it back.
I know.
Why can't we all just get along? Be friends?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why not?
But yeah, it was. Oh man, it's so ugly now. I mean, again, I'm happy that Sami Zayn has it. He's deserved a title for far too long.
Oh yeah, and SmackDown's awful, but I'm sorry, Sami Zayn is entertaining to me, especially in this role.
He's a gem.
Yeah,
he's first off.
Do you know what the first thing? Well, I don't know if it was the first thing he did, but the first thing he tweeted after winning the title, he tweeted something along the lines. I'm paraphrasing. You want to know how you celebrate winning a title? You go to SamiForSyria.com and donate to get this med truck because you know about Sami for Syria, right?
I've heard about it.
Okay, because he. Syrian descent, yada yada yada. Trying to get like a medical truck basically up there running or something like that.
Right.
And he seems like a very good person.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he plays a fantastic heel, but
Not even
know
that.
who else
Dude,
plays
he
the
could
fan-
play anything.
Yeah.
He's. I don't want to be insulting when I say this, so I actually won't say it. But he's Daniel Bryan-esque.
right.
He's good at anything.
Do you like the whole Nakamura Cesaro Sami thing?
Not initially.
Okay.
I thought it was just let's just throw people together
Right.
for something to do.
Yeah.
And also Cesaro, Shinsuke, and Sammy, Canadian, whatever. They're bad guys because they're not American.
Right.
I hate that shit.
Right. So
It's old.
do I.
Except for Team Canada and TNA, baby.
Yeah, Team Canada and TNA was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was on one of the discussion groups I'm on. They shared a picture of the three of them, and it said, "Comment this," and I wrote 3MB the sequel.
A
'Cause I
little
kinda felt like that
kinda better.
Like Cesaro's, not, in with the. They still don't tag, do they?
Who?
Him and
Shinsuke?
no,
Oh, Cesaro and Sheamus?
and Sheamus.
No, but I almost think they should drop Sheamus in that group with them. I was thinking about that the other night.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what?
I don't want another league.
Yeah, I know.
League of
Call me a
Nations- League of
hypocrite.
Nations was terrible.
Call me a hypocrite. Just don't apply that they're all from different countries, which they actually, if I'm not mistaken, during Elimination Chamber, they actually did.
Right.
And I was like, why?
Yeah, that's dumb to me. But
Stop.
yeah, but
Bad Michael.
I maintain that League of Nations was mainly terrible because of what's his
Which one?
name?
You had Wade Barrett.
Yeah, no, I like Wade Barrett.
Of course you. Stu Bennett is also a gem of a person.
Yeah, I think
Sheamus. You had Alberto Del Rio.
so. Yeah, I've never liked Alberto.
He's such a
Del Rio.
good wrestler, though.
I'm not saying he's not a good
But
wrestler.
yeah. Oh, I
I'm
didn't like
saying
him
I don't
either.
like him.
Yeah, it wasn't like cool not liking him. Like I love Owen Hart,
Yeah,
but because he made me hate him when I was a kid,
Right.
and then I realized just how good he was at
well, that's the
everything.
thing is I hated Owen Hart, and then I realized when I got older that I loved Owen Hart.
Yeah, like this guy,
You know,
you just
I
don't
still don't
like
like
him.
him.
Yeah,
no, I never liked him.
I know.
I'm not saying he's better. It's the same thing with who's the United States champion right now,
Andrade.
Andrade. Almost. I don't like him. He's a good wrestler. He's a great wrestler. I don't like him.
Andrade.
I don't have to like anybody. This is America. I don't have to like anybody. Okay. I am not required. So
What were we even talking about?
the three of them.
Oh yeah.
The three of them.
Oh yeah. But I mean,
Would you obviously, if they were to,
this is what I could say. I'm sorry, but Sami Zayn, what we all want, at least what I want, and a vast majority of people would want, would be the Sami Zayn underdog story, kind of
Right.
like a
this
Akin
is literally
to-
where I was about to go.
NXT.
Yes.
But you're never going to get that with Vince McMahon there, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, I don't work for WWE, obviously. So if this is like the closest thing I can get, I guess I'm happy with it.
Right.
Because Sammy, once again, took the heel manager role, which you don't see a lot in WWE anyways, aside from Paul Heyman. He took it and he ran with it.
Right.
He's doing a good job with it.
He's doing a good, yeah, he does a good job. When they started letting him talk a lot
Mm-hmm.
in, I think when he was still on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
He was utterly hilarious.
Mm-hmm. And he's so good at being a dick.
I know.
It's
And he just
He
does-
made the electric
does
chair
this-
thing with Corey Graves tolerable.
he does the smug smile thing. That's you're like, Sammy, I want to hit you in the face, and I never wanted to hit you in the face. He's great.
I'm just glad he grew his hair back too.
Oh
When- when he was
yeah,
kind
the
of bald
longer hair.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you look like a 45-year-old like soccer dad. That's not good. That's not gonna instill fear. So
Hold on, I'm trying to look up who the current. Oh, so Miz and Morrison are current
Yep.
champs. Okay. So I think a smart storyline, if you ever wanted to take Sammy to then be a face, would. So if you were to put the tag titles, you could put the tag titles on Cesaro and Shinsuke, who would be a dope tag team.
mm-hmm.
And you know me, I'm not really I'm not a fan of Shinsuke Nakamura, but that'd be a sick tag team. And
this is lazy, comfortable, semi-retired almost Shinsuke right now. This is guy that's been doing the job. He just likes to surf and make money.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable because Shinsuke Nakamura is.
Isn't he
he's
older
very
than he
good.
looks?
Huh?
Isn't he older than he looks? Kind of like Asuka.
I'm not quite sure.
Like Asuka's like 40.
No, Asuka's our age, bud.
Is she?
Last I knew, yeah.
I might be thinking of somebody else that's like someone surprisingly older that's not.
Bobby Fish is like 41
Bobby Fish is like
or 42.
44?
Something
43
like
or
that.
44. Yeah.
Oh, and can I just say that Bobby Fish, I think it was at TakeOver.
Asuka is 38. Who am I thinking of? Someone that's older that you're.
He did not dye his hair.
Who?
For Bobby Fish for I think it was TakeOver. He came out and he had the grays, bro.
Oh yeah,
He was just letting it go. And then on NXT the next week, he was all dyed up.
Oh come on!
Yeah, it was great
He looked awesome like that.
Yeah, I mean I know why it happened because Vince McMahon probably saw him like,
Yeah.
why is this man gray?
Yeah, no, Shinsuke's was born in 80. Who am I thinking of that's older, that's like surprisingly...
Because we have eternal youth, Garrett.
Yeah.
And you just don't seem to think that we're
Yeah, that's true. So anyways...
the twilight of our 30s.
If those two were holding the tag championships and then somehow... Because he's better at being... Like Cesaro's smug about it, but Shinsuke can just be the more annoying bad guy with the way he can, because he's good at it. The shaking, the taunting, he's better at that part of it. If you had him somehow, there's like some type of open challenge or something, and then Shinsuke came in and Shinsuke stole the belt, like he got it back, then you could have him break away, and he's going against them, and he's trying to get the belts, or he could then tag up with somebody else, take the belts off them, get his Intercontinental Championship back. There's a lot of things you can do with it.
I have a feeling that if they let Sami keep doing what he's doing right now, eventually he's just, it'll accelerate now because of social media and we're also connected. I think, just ironically, I guess, comparing him to Owen Hart now. Sorry, no disrespect meant. But I think he could become that lovable heel that you love to hate.
Right.
And then
like Jared.
I think it'd be really easy now to flip him into a babyface role, to be honest with you. I just think he's that guy you can do it with no matter the time. But I think eventually it will happen. I can tell you the one thing I don't want to see happen, but WWE will do it because they're stupid and they've already ruined the man as it is. I don't want to see Braun Strowman go after the Intercontinental title again. That much I can tell you.
Right. Like, I wanted to see him hold it forever, but now that it's on Sami, like,
I just want him to move back and being a monster again and looking like that Falls Count Anywhere match that he had with Lashley a couple months ago, that whichever pay-per-view it was. That was great. Right. I loved it. Let him get back. And then, a couple years ago when they were grooming him to, be this big monster Universal Champion, then they nixed that because Vince, as always. I want to see him get back to that. I'm not even like the biggest Strowman fan.
Right.
But he was a believable monster heel till they killed it. And I know Demetrius would tell us all that, you shouldn't be taking pictures on your Instagram. That's outside of wrestling. I don't care. Like, within a child's mind watching, he's still a monster.
Right.
So I don't want to see him.
They probably, I don't know, shouldn't have all of the access to the extra stuff, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a whole different conversation for a different podcast.
Right. So we're about 6:33. Do you want to talk about Elimination Chamber?
I would love to talk about Elimination Chamber because, as you know, I didn't think Elimination Chamber, it's one of those pay-per-views before Big Four. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, how good can this possibly be? Because WWE doesn't care about it, so why should the fans? Then I watched it, and it was great.
Yeah, well, it was like the year they did, was it Roadblock and NXT?
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
There was one last year, too. It might have been Elimination Chamber. I can't remember.
I think they did Roadblock, but they did it on WWE and not NXT because it wasn't.
But I texted you, and I was like, dude, I'm just going to watch this whole ass thing.
Yeah.
Because they started, first of all, with Gulak versus Bryan.
Right.
And, so we should,
Well, there was that. There was also the kickoff show match, which was the
Viking Raiders.
versus Hawkins and Ryder.
Yeah.
Which
That I did not watch.
the Raiders won,
Shocking.
of course. So, yeah. I mean, nothing against. I think they're a good tag team. It's just that Viking Raiders are pure insane power.
Yeah, they're not going to have the Viking Raiders lose to Zach.
So take me to Daniel Bryan defeating Drew Gulak. How did that go?
It was, well, what do you think? What do you think?
I think it was a wrestling
Clinic?
spectacle.
Yes,
Like,
because you had the Philadelphia Stretcher himself,
yeah,
Gulak,
yeah,
in Philly too.
right.
So you got a smart crowd, and you're opening the show with Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak.
Smart move.
You are smart.
Smart move.
As much as garbage I'll talk about Vince McMahon, not everything's in his hands. I know, but whoever made that decision is very smart.
Yeah, I think it's smart. Those two. Drew Gulak definitely deserves to
Make him a tag team, by the way.
be. Yeah, dude.
You want more tag teams on SmackDown? Make them a tag team.
I never even thought of that.
Oh, dude, they were stretching.
God, that'd be awesome.
They were stretching and chopping. Good psychology. Suplex to the outside spot.
Are they roughly the same size?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they pretty much look the same when Gulak doesn't shave.
Right.
So, anyways, he like went to suplex him to the outside, and then one of them like reversed it. So, yeah, Bryan like suplexed him to the outside from the inside of the ring, but Gulak didn't let go, so it carried Bryan over. So he was then in the air, feet up, and then crashed the outside. They both crashed the outside, and with Daniel Bryan's, obvious. Whenever that man wrestles, I cringe, but I cringe because I also love watching him wrestle.
Right.
Because I didn't think it was going to happen anymore. So that was nuts. He also, Bryan had a botched flip out of a German, I think, because did you see it?
It says, no, but it says here, Bryan took a very scary German suplex at one point, landing high on his neck.
Yeah, I was actually real
He
surprised.
was able to come back and
It continued.
the S-lock.
Yep.
The submission.
Yeah, Gulak did an avalanche, like off top rope reverse suplex, and rolled it like basically right into the Dragon Sleeper. Awesome. Yes lock counter, the way he countered into it was awesome. And Daniel Bryan did what Daniel Bryan does, which is he put over Drew Gulak. Even in defeat, he put over Drew in front of his hometown crowd. It was a great way to start a pay-per-view.
Awesome.
Yep. I did not watch Humberto versus Andrade. Do you have that?
I have what happened in here.
Who won?
Andrade.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. He won via pinfall to retain. So, yeah.
Standard fare.
Standard fare. I mean, it says second consecutive outstanding match to open the pay-per-view. They continued their great chemistry. It seems like they're wrestling a lot.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is fine, but
Mixed with Ray and mixed with Angel Garza.
Yeah, you don't want to keep giving everyone the same stuff.
Vince McMahon just thinks that, like, Mexican and Puerto Rican people are supposed to wrestle each other, I guess. I don't know why, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So then the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
Yep, the first chamber match.
It was Miz and Morrison, the Usos, the New Day, Lucha House Party, Heavy Machinery, Ziggler, and Rude.
Mm-hmm. Lucha House Party?
So
pay those guys.
Yeah, so then the order of entry was New Day, Usos, Lucha House Party, Miz and Morrison, Heavy Machinery, Rude, and Ziggler. The order of elimination was Lucha House Party by Heavy Machinery.
Yep.
Heavy Machinery by Rude and Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Rude and Ziggler by the Usos.
Mm-hmm.
The New Day by Miz and Morrison. The Usos by Miz and Morrison to retain.
Dude, pay the Lucha House Party. Just they did things casual fans pay to see, and the things that we mark out for, whether we want to admit it or not. Dude, doing shooting, like, did you see it? Like,
no,
go check the
I've
clips,
been
dude.
really busy.
I know you have.
To
I'm
watch the Sunday event was a little.
I forgot if it was Lindsay or whoever from Lucha House Party, or Grand Metalik, but he scaled like the chain of the chamber that's overhead.
Yeah,
and he's just hanging from it. bust out a shooting star flip or shooting star press on
That's
everybody.
awesome.
They kind of ruined it because they kept showing Otis, and you could see Otis looking up that pod that he used to climb up it, like seeing if, and then they all did it. So it took them quite a bit of time to do it, and they kind of gave it away, but it was still dope to see.
Yeah.
Tucker busted out a freaking Tope con helo, like a somersault flip.
I saw that in a clip.
And then the Otis thing running through the pod was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And have Morrison and Miz retain, I think, is your best bet. Because they just got the damn things.
Yeah, for right now, definitely.
Kofi had quite a few oopses in that match. And
Did he really?
Early on, I think it affected his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then, like, you'd see him some not so subtle.
Overthinking?
Yeah, I think so. But it's still a good match. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Good.
Not as much the next match, though.
Yeah, so then we had Aleister Black versus AJ Styles.
Yes.
So then from what I saw of it, the OC was sticking their heads in, and then Undertaker showed up.
Yep. They didn't really mess about too much, even though it was a no DQ match, until the end, and that's when you heard the dong.
The bell, the bell toll. Yeah.
Ours isn't nearly as intimidating.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's cool. So I think what's obviously it's all leading to is Undertaker versus AJ Styles.
They're having the contract signing next Monday on Raw.
Okay.
But
which is cool.
Makes me happy because they haven't sent Aleister Black to get squashed by Riddick Moss yet. So I don't think Vince McMahon has given up on him yet. And this, even though he wasn't in the ring with Taker, it kind of gives Aleister a little bit of the rub.
Right.
And did you see the black mass he gave AJ?
No, but I heard that it was unbelievable.
He kicked him in the mouth.
Did he really?
I think he kicked. They showed it in slow-mo. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he just kicked him straight in the face.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be smart to...
He got gift lead.
Too?
What's that?
Do you think it'd be smart to tag Black and Undertaker?
Oh, yeah, like you, me, and Z were just talking about Undertaker in tag matches, like that tag match he had with Roman Reigns versus, I don't even remember anymore.
Right.
The Graveyard Dogs. That was surprisingly such a good match.
Right.
Because he didn't have to do as much. He had someone to help him.
Right.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't mind.
Save him for the hot tags.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't do that at WrestleMania because people be like, need my singles match, Undertaker. I say
he's already lost twice. What does that matter?
Yeah, exactly. I'd say
what does it matter? They already squandered all the Undertaker at WrestleMania magic.
Here we go. Undertaker, Aleister Black, and a mystery partner versus the OC at WrestleMania.
Kane.
No, well, that would make a lot more sense. That would make That would make a lot more sense. But because he's usually always at WrestleMania, and he gives us a 30-minute snooze fest, Andy Murray's words, not mine. Triple H comes out.
That'd be awesome.
Because him and Undertaker got history, 2 WrestleMania matches.
Yeah.
2
of the best WrestleMania
It will never happen. And some people probably think that'd be a dumb idea, which is fine.
I think that'd be awesome. Because if you think about it, if you were to mix up Undertaker and Triple H and throw it on the table, Aleister Black would come out.
Kind of.
You know what I mean?
A little.
So really, he'd be like their love child.
I think it'd be good. I mean, this is also me
cool.
from being a super fanboy for Aleister Black because his NXT run was so good.
Yeah.
It often gets lost, I think, among the Ciampa-Gargano feud, which was also, really good. Mm-hmm. But I kind of just like seeing my boy get a rub.
Right.
Be nice.
Absolutely.
But
so then we had the Raw Tag Team Championships, and the Street Profits defeated.
Yep. They retained.
Rollins and Murphy to retain.
They had a great, right before they walked out, they had a great, like, you know how they do their camera thing, their previews on Raw or whatever when they're brought up?
Right.
They did a promo. They did a spot. And they said that wasn't like a one and done.
Right.
Like they were not one-hit wonders. Then they came out and Seth and Murphy did the job as they should have. Viking Raiders ended up coming out too, so they're still in that beef. And dude, KO with the popcorn, it was great.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I kept reading about that. Like,
and then when he dumped it on Murphy when he walked out at the end,
yeah,
it was just fantastic. I love KO.
So, oh god, he's the best. So then, there was the Intercontinental Championship match where Strowman was taking on Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke, and apparently the rules of it weren't too clear. It wasn't like if any one of the three of them got the pin, Shinsuke got it back, or if someone pinned Strowman, they were then the champ. But apparently, whoever pinned Strowman was the champ because Sami Zayn is now the champ.
Which makes way more. They did mention that throughout the match, like that was the rule,
Right?
and that makes sense. That's
Yeah, it
how
does
I
make
would
sense.
expect it to
Yeah,
happen.
it does make sense. So and then to have him 3-on-1 with three guys of that caliber, unless you were then going to super monster build for the next year, there's no way he gets past this match.
Unless you're planning on Braun Strowman beating The Fiend, Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar in the next calendar year.
Yeah.
You're not going to have him beat
No.
Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn.
Right.
Even in their current like incarnations of who they are.
Absolutely. So then the final match was the women's Elimination Chamber, and the order of entry was Ruby Riott, Natalya, Sarah Logan, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
And the order of elimination was Logan, Riott, Natalya, Morgan, Asuka, all by Baszler.
Yep. And a lot of people
all by Baszler.
which is how it should have been. Because I don't know about you.
Oh,
I didn't have a lot of vested interest in that match because you kind of know we're getting Shayna
right,
and Lynch.
right.
So
But to make her look that beast,
I would have actually had her either start or enter last.
and then just come out and
Have her enter last,
No, I think
and
entering-
everyone's in there, and then she just tears through everybody.
right. But entering last and still tearing through everyone looks more opportunistic.
Yeah.
Than so I would have either, she came in fourth, so or she was in the match fourth, however you want to say people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was better that way. I think it was better the way they did it.
I would have also done first. Have her
Because-
take out the first
yeah,
person, take out the
because-
second person, take out the third person, then have Asuka come in and have it be a little bit more difficult, and then have a sixth person come in, but just have her beat everybody.
Right.
The reason Asuka, from what I've heard, was saved for last is because she's still kind of got some wrist thingy going on.
Okay.
So that's why she couldn't do a whole lot.
Right.
That's what I've heard. So,
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of people don't like. The only thing I didn't like was the too long periods of time where Shayna was just standing there walking back and forth, like taunting Asuka, taunting Morgan, like
Right.
just waiting for one of them to come in. That was a misfire from somewhere. But other than that, whatever. Make her look strong.
You know what? I think they were trying to get more of the, what's his name? From the Rumble.
Drew?
No, who's the champ, the Universal champ?
Brock
thank you. I'm
Brock
sorry.
Lesnar?
Me and names have not been getting along lately.
It's all right. That's what I'm here for.
So very Brock Lesnar-esque of that, to be like destroy, wait, taunt, destroy, wait, taunt, destroy,
Should have just had her
So-
win the effing Rumble, dude.
So-
To be honest, should have just had her win the Rumble.
No, I think they wanted to make a statement with the winner of the Rumble going after the NXT, and I think it's smarter to start with the women to do it for WWE, because I don't know. I just think it's smarter. I just think it's a smarter idea, because you're gonna hear less about, of course this guy won, and but oh man, he's gonna go, over down to NXT, or no, it's not down. It's like NXT's like your best brand, and you're smart to put, because a lot of people don't want to see Charlotte versus
Becky.
anymore.
No, we
or
don't.
for a while.
Yeah, no.
For a while.
Not at all.
I would like to see like a champ versus champ, series of some kind with her. So, but I think it's smart to have her go after the NXT. I think it is.
I think Shayna was supposed to win the Rumble. From everything that people have been saying, Shayna was originally supposed to win the Rumble. Got changed kind of last minute and by Vince for Charlotte to win. And I think it's because you have Triple H and probably Paul Heyman telling Vince how great Shayna is. And he has been, apparently, it has been said that Vince thinks she has no charisma, which is straight garbage, because watch NXT. She's got plenty of charisma.
There are people who have much more personality than her.
Agreed. But it's not like she was some blank
But
sheet.
she's not some blank sheet, and she doesn't.
Came out in a Bad
she
Religion
doesn't
T-shirt,
need-
which is something you don't do on WWE programming.
What?
She came out in a Bad Religion T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is something you don't do on I don't care if it's NXT.
Yeah.
That's something you don't do on on the current WWE TV.
Right.
You know, with sponsors and stuff. Because Bad Religion.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I have thoughts, but I just won't say them out loud right now.
It's I don't know. I think it's here that I think it was smarter to have Charlotte win it and then pick
I think it works out well.
NXT to go after, because
Yeah.
then just what happened now. You take Baszler and you put her in the Elimination Chamber and she crushes everybody, so that when she's going up against Becky, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, but it's kind of killing Baszler.
Do you think she should win?
Who?
Baszler.
The way they're handling it right now? No, I don't. But I was also happy on Raw to see more of the man Becky Lynch, because I think they were kind of like almost putting her out there as like, oh my God, MMA guy, Ireland, Conor McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're kind of trying to make her like a Conor McGregor style, like with the big fuzzy coats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the sunglasses. I don't want that. I want bloody face, Smackdown shirt wearing Becky Lynch kicking ass.
Right.
Like I want that. And she was kind of like that on Monday when she cut her promo, I think.
Right.
So 6 months ago, I'd be like, yeah, I want to see Shayna rip through her. Right now, I don't think they're booking her that well. I think it's partly because Vince McMahon doesn't get Shayna Baszler,
Right.
and that she should just be your equivalent of Brock Lesnar.
Right.
I know he probably thinks Ronda Rousey was that.
But
No,
she's not.
no. Ronda Rousey was your female version of Hogan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They should, yeah. Because I think Charlotte could have all right, say Baszler won the Rumble, the Women's Rumble. Charlotte, just who knows what she's doing. You don't hear from her or anything. Then that next episode of NXT, Rhea's got the belt or whatever, and she's holding it up at the end of that show. And then out of nowhere, out of the crowd, a woman just comes out, gets in the ring, and boots Rhea in the back of the head, and it's Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I'm challenging you at WrestleMania for that title. I didn't win a Rumble. I didn't win a Chamber, but I'm the queen.
Mm-hmm.
So I challenge you. I think that would have worked equally as well.
That probably would have worked equally
Yes.
as well.
But this works out better,
Yeah.
I think, for Charlotte, but for Shayna, I do not
Yeah.
think.
I think, again,
They got a lot of work in
to
4
reiterate,
weeks.
like that one point, like I think it works well because it sets a standard of NXT is an equivalent show now.
Mm-hmm.
It's on here, and pay attention because it's a good show.
Something you might like to hear, but there's also whispers of Ricochet going back.
That would be amazing.
That would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. So then, because it was the
Elimination
Chamber,
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to create a chamber
Yeah.
for our top 5, which technically there'd be 6.
Top 5.
That's right.
Yeah, our top 5, or if we're gonna do like build a takeover, make a chamber, maybe we should do 3 top 5s a month, and then just one
Something.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah,
Sir.
however it happens.
You are le capitaine.
Yeah. However it happens.
Yes,
Whatever comes naturally. It doesn't matter to me.
we'll figure it out. But anyways,
All right. So you're the one who's more hyped about it. So I'm actually going to go first.
okay.
So we can end with yours.
It's just because my epiphany happened.
I know. So I would start out the match with Kurt Angle and Mr. Perfect
Ooh.
going at it. And then I would want to mix in a decent amount of more like wrestling ability with enough high fly to where you have somebody who's jumping off like the
pods.
ropes, the pods, the other stuff. So I would then add in AJ Styles
Okay.
to that, then Kevin Owens.
Okay.
And then the next second to last pod would be Chris Jericho, and the very last pod would be Eddie Guerrero.
That's kind of like oh man.
Don't ask me who I'd have win because my brain would just die
Let me go on here for a second.
trying to figure out who would eliminate who and who would win that. And I can't do that to my brain. I don't want to do that. But that would be my ultimate that you can do a million things with a chamber. You could do tag teams. You could do, I'll save it because maybe next year we'll do create a chamber and maybe I'll just do tag teams next
There
year.
you go. Could be.
Or a hardcore one. Or a 205 lifestyle one, or
a light heavyweight,
cruiserweight, light heavyweight or cruiserweight or however, that's that.
James McPherson, when I posed the question on our Facebook page,
oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he actually said Jericho, Angle, Benoit, AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, and Bret Hart, which is
dope.
Yeah, I asked him. I told him they didn't have to assemble my personal dream chamber, but that I appreciate it. So thank you, James McPherson, for chiming in. So I had an epiphany today.
Okay.
So I was trying to figure it out. I was like, Raven, CM Punk, Aleister Black, Chris Benoit, and I went, you know what? I don't want to do just like a lot of my favorites. So for whatever reason, the first TLC match popped into my head.
Okay.
So I'm going to cheat, and I have two, kind of, but they're the same. So I was thinking either a chamber filled with, I believe that was at WrestleMania 17, right? Or was that just a ladder match? But whatever the first triangle, triple threat, whatever match between the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys were, those 6 guys in a chamber. Or you have those 3 teams, if we just want to do a tag team chamber, because we know it's possible, because we've seen it. Those 3 teams, which were the teams of that era,
right,
versus the New Day, the Usos, and the Undisputed Era. Tag teams of now versus tag team of then.
Oh man!
In a chamber, or like I said, just the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian all in a chamber, all in single pods,
and everyone just wrestling each other, just period. That'd be bonkers.
Like I said, it's centered around a match.
Right.
A historic match, possibly the greatest match of all time. You can at me in the comments. I don't care.
If we're going to talk about tags, it's the greatest tag match of all time. It's the greatest TLC match of all time. Talking about the greatest match of all time, then that's hard.
It gets murky
hard.
And it can change, but it was definitely we can still call that childhood, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
We were like 17, 18.
Yeah, we were young.
It was the greatest match of our young lives at that point.
Absolutely.
It still resonates today.
It still does. People show all the time, and it's like, oh, yeah, remember when Edge speared Hardy as he was hanging and DDT'd himself? Like, yeah, like that match is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, God, that match it was great.
It'd be great if, like, the Young Bucks, who am I trying to think of? Ray Phoenix and, if their tag team division, if they cosplayed as the Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like, with all, like, doing the same moves and stuff.
Right.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be ultimate level trollage.
It really, really would.
Did you know that, speaking of which, this is random, just thinking, I walked into my local gas station today, and there's a Slim Jim rack. You know they still use Macho Man?
As they should.
As they should.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
As long as his family is like still making money off it. I mean,
I would hope so.
If not,
probably not.
If not, then
I would hope
F
so.
Slim Jim. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just saw it. I was like, some things.
Yeah.
Like if you would have asked 6-year-old me if you'd still see like Macho Man Randy Savage on Slim Jim advertisements in my 30s, probably wouldn't have.
Not only in your 30s, but after he died.
Yeah.
And in your 30s.
Yeah.
It's
weird.
It's cool.
It is.
Yeah.
But
right. So we don't need a top 5 for next week.
No.
Normally we're trying to be like, oh, what are we going to do? And then, we'll figure it out later.
I'll
We
have
don't
my
need one because next week is the draft.
Yep.
It's going to be big. It's going to be loud.
It's going to be
awesome.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
The biggest.
It's going to be great.
The biggest fantasy wrestling draft on Wrestle Fandom Radio. The greatest podcast you've never heard of. Ever.
In the history of ever.
I'll stop.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine. So, yes, please join us next week. If you'd like to jump in last minute, yeah, it's totally fine.
You can lose too.
Hit me up. It's fine. We can it's going to be a lot of fun. yeah, we'll see what we can get done. All right.
Sounds good.
So yeah, we'll see everyone then. Peace out. Dropping the fire. The fire is on, Stu.
He's going to be mad at us if we set things on fire, though.
Yeah, I'm not actually going to say anything.
Oh, okay.
Just the airwaves.
NXT takeover what the business about. Putting fans in the stands and the millions at home. Like the Rock versus Stone Cold was stealing the show. Wrestle Fandom Radio and Disruption Network with Dippin' Donuts. ICW, we make fanatics flipping go nuts. Every time we're live at local shows and it's a bonus. We're family friendly, all the growing ups and kids condone us. We're dedicated to bringing you all the top news. Ain't no dirt sheet, this ain't rhetoric, we do not snooze. No speculation, we're just bringing them facts. Ain't no storyline of fiction when I spit on these tracks. It's Wrestle Fandom Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping we're your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping we're your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping we're your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.